What is up guys, my name is Josh, you all know me as Eagles, and what is this? This is Bad Company 2 on PC, and I'm posting this mainly for two reasons. One, I want people to fully realise that I'm a multi-platform gamer and I don't just play on PS3, I play on PC as well. Not Xbox, I don't play on that obviously, but I play on PC as well, occasionally, especially when it comes to Bad Company 2. The second reason why I'm posting this is because, honestly, Bad Company 2 is a better game than Battlefield 3. At least in part because Battlefield 3 is absolutely uncontrollable on PS3. And on PC, it's awash with high-ticket servers, most of them Operation Metro 24/7, and lots of hackers as well. So, not really the best game ever. But, hey, this is a pretty good game. I open with a pretty nice streak. I think it's something like 17 kill streak, and I end up with a pretty positive score. We're playing Operation Metro. I'm just kidding. That's what it would be if this was Battlefield 3. We're playing either an Ascentes on attack. I'm using the UMP-45 Magnum lightweight and the Grok as my secondary. And the thing is between Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 is that Bad Company 2 is a more fun game, but Battlefield 3 is better technically. I think that's the difference that a few people make. Battlefield 3 has a better graphics, it technically has better customization, it's technically better. But Bad Company 2, for whatever reason, is more fun, be it map design. Actually, no, it's not map design, it's the fact that controls sort of, work. It's a bit different on PC. On PC, it's a little less clear-cut and both games are enjoyable sometimes. Here, I get very, very close to dying. And I've got to take this opportunity to give you guys a tip, which is don't be afraid to run away from engagements. I know that I saw that guy at the bottom of below the ridge that I was on, around where the Bravo objective is on the first base, and I knew I couldn't kill him, so I just ran away, and I just about survived, and I picked him off later on. And I don't see enough of that, to be honest, online. I think people need to realise that running away is definitely a valid option. I do it several times and it usually ends up working in my favour. Second thing I'm going to touch on, yes, I do realise that the sound in this gameplay is completely messed up. And by messed up I mean it's non-existent. The reason for that is because when I was setting up my recording software, DxTory or whatever it is that I use, I set the wrong sound device to record. This was more of a test of DxTory. I used to use Fraps, but Fraps, just because I only have one hard drive, I'm told that it works much better if you have two, one to record onto and one to read the game off of, and Windows off and stuff like that. But I'm told that that's the reason why, but Fraps basically just killed the game, and I was spent most of the time playing in like 25 frames per second, and on PC that is just death. I mean, anything less than like 60 frames per second on PC is death, pretty much. It's not quite as clear cut as that. I make it sound clear cut, it isn't, but you need frames per second is important on PC, and I just don't get them when I use Fraps, but DxTory seems to fare much better. I have no idea why. It just seems to be the case that DxTory, or however the hell you pronounce it, I think it's DxTory, isn't it? That just seems to perform better in most situations. I get higher frame rates and that kind of thing. I shall now go on to do what I always do in Battlefield commentaries, which is giving tips and things like that based on the gameplay only. Interestingly, I'm going to do this based on Bad Company 2, and obviously this is going to work incredibly badly since nobody plays this anymore, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully this will work out quite well. I mean, it probably won't, but we'll see what happens. Let's talk about the engineer class, shall we? That's the class that I use most of the time. Now, the engineer class in Bad Company 2 has a major advantage over other classes in the game in that it has a suppressor in it. Now, I'm fairly sure that that hides you from the minimap. I'm not certain that it hides you from the minimap, but I'm pretty sure it hides you from the minimap. Either way, and this is especially apparent on PC, you can't hear the bullets from that far away. You have to be pretty close to hear suppressed fire, so you can't hear where your targets are. I'm pretty sure you can't see them on the minimap. The suppressor for me is a big deal, and for someone like me, I do a lot of. I'm not necessarily at the moment, obviously, because I'm spending my time running around with the medic kit at the moment, but in normal gameplay, I spend a lot of my time rushing, so the suppressor is a very key thing, so that kind of puts the engineer class over the top of every other class in the game, just because it has a suppressor on the guns. With the engineer class, Bad Company 2, it's kind of more apparent than it is in Battlefield 3. Bad Company 2, you really have to stick to your class's strengths in order to do well in a game. With me, that means, I use the engineering class pretty much all the time because of the suppressor, as I just mentioned. You really need to stay in close, tight quarters, otherwise things go wrong, shit happens, and you end up dead, pretty much. If you're using an assault rifle, it's a much more all-round type of weapon. If you're using a light machine gun, the medic class, you need to keep things medium to long range. As you saw me earlier, I was sitting kind of in a corner, trying to watch people trying to watch the approach routes towards B and try to stop people disarming. Fat lot of good that did, but hey, that was what I was trying to do because I was trying to keep it medium to long range, and that's what a light machine gun really excels in. At close ranges, you will be beaten by assault rifles and SMGs. I'm sorry, I just said SMGs, but no, I'm sorry, I meant carbines. Please don't hate on me. Please don't try and find me and kill me because I said SMGs instead of carbines. You know what I mean? It's the same difference. It's in the context of a game. It doesn't matter. In the same way that in my last commentary when I talked about the FAMAS for ages, everyone suddenly said, "Hey bro, you're such a fail. Have you ever shot the FAMAS in real life? High rate of fire doesn't make it an amazing gun in real life." I never said that it made it an amazing gun in real life. I said that, and I guarantee that I said this in the commentary as well, but people seem to ignore me for some strange reason and only listen to the bits that are convenient. When I said that the FAMAS was the best gun in the game because of its rate of fire, I said that that's the real life statistic that is something that carries over into Battlefield 3, because in Battlefield 3, I don't know, recoil seems to feel pretty much the same. And it's just manageable on any gun. So by far the dominant factors are rate of fire and damage. And since the damage is the same across the board, you basically end up with the FAMAS being the most powerful assault rifle. I've never shot a FAMAS in real life. Obviously, I just haven't. And I know that I've been told that the prohibiting factors that cause the FAMAS to be less good or whatever don't apply to Battlefield 3 because they don't exist. Things, mobility issues and that kind of thing. In reality, in real life, it's not exactly. It's like a 2-shot kill and you just single fire all the time. At least I'm not saying that's true. It's not like I'm talking from experience. It's just. Again, it's what I've been told. I chat to people on my friends list who are in the military and go off on tours to Afghanistan and things like that. With the US Army mostly. Some with the British Army, which, by the way, without whom the American Army can never win a war. Just saying. It's just people I talk to. It's like, oh, it's a 2-shot kill anyway. It's a one-shot kill, or it's a gun at the end of the day. You hit a shot, they're either dead or they're down, and you sort of double tap to make sure, but it's normally just like a one hit and you're down. Whereas in this game, it's not like that. It's more like, I suppose it's about a 6-shot kill with most assault rifles in Battlefield 3. I don't know for sure. I think it's probably a bit more than that, maybe an 8-shot or a 7-shot. But I'm not entirely sure on that fact. But I just wanted to say that and get that out of the way, because people seem to sort of really get angry at me for things I say, as if I'm saying it, as if I'm saying it with a degree of experience or seriousness, whereas I'm just saying, high rate of fire for Mars, it should be the most powerful assault rifle in Battlefield 3 because of the way that the game is set up and because of the dominant factors that have been put in place by DICE. Now, there's nothing you can do about that. So, moving back to the engineer class in this game. My favourite carbine or however the hell you pronounce that word, is the 9A91 by far. I love the 9A91. The last Bad Company 2 gameplay that I posted, I think it's the last Bad Company 2 gameplay that I posted. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but I think I posted a Bad Company 2 gameplay on my channel a little while back, in which I used the 9A91 and I went on an enormous tear. Nope, scratch that. I never posted Bad Company 2 on my channel. But the 9A91 nevertheless is still my favourite SMG. The UMP45 is not too far behind that. So what happened at the beginning of the game, as you saw, was that I got a sort of 17 kill streak, I think it was. I got this gameplay a couple of days ago. I'm not too sure on the facts, but I think it was a 17 kill streak with the UMP45, and then I picked up a medic kit with the MG36, and I think I picked up another with the Type 88. Is that right? And then I picked up a UMP again, something like that. I was using the UMP because I felt like using the 25 bullets on the clip kind of balances out, I suppose. But the 9A91 is by far the most powerful carbine in the game, so that's why I love using it so much. And I got a 17 kill streak, and then I think I died a few times in succession, getting like 6 kills and 3 deaths, something like that. And the final score does turn out to be 30-3. I'm not really spoiling it because the game just ends like in 2 seconds. But I switched to the 9A91 because it is my favourite and I tend to do well with it. Double sprays are not a difficulty. The maximum you can get with the UMP45 in any case is still a double kill, a double spray. In normal situations, unless they line up or whatever, and you get collateral damage on people. But the 991 is my favourite. I think it's just got the high damage really does it for me. And it also seems to have a lower time to kill. It's very, very powerful, very, very solid. Again, I'm not going to say it's OP, because that's a term that I tend to reserve for the USAS. It's just the way the game is set up. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Please like, subscribe, and take care. Have a great day, guys. See ya.